We're going to be talking about who will be champ by the end of the year, 2026. These are guaranteed 100%. I'm Omar. I'm here with Luca.
Yo.
And let's just get into this. All right, Flyweight. Current champ, Joshua Van. I think it's going to be Joshua Van. You think it's going to be?
Pantoja.
All right.
I mean, why do you think it's going to be Van?
I just think that Pantoja's out. I think his injury, it was too severe. He's getting old. He's getting to that age, you know, the 35 curse.
Especially in flyweight where that matters a lot more.
Yeah, it's in the lighter weight classes. And also Joshua Van, he's shown that he's a higher level fighter. And I think that he's here to last. And I do think that Pantoja has a chance. It's rare for a champion his age to come back.
I disagree. I mean, he's one of my favorite fighters. His last, real fight against Kai Kara France, I mean, I thought that was one of the best performances of the year. I mean, he really just dominated him straight to finish. I can see, Van fighting Manel Kape or Tatsuro Taira, or maybe they do, a number one contender fight. But I really see Pantoja coming back mid-2026 off that dislocated shoulder. But yeah, I say he wins the rematch mid-year by submission, and then I think he defends his belt again for the fifth time in December.
It's really a toss-up for flyweight.
But I really think you really have your top four with Pantoja, Van, Manel Kape, and Taira. I think those four have really elevated themselves from everybody else, though.
I'd love to see Manel Kape come in and take over.
No, he really looked great in that first fight, and then that last fight he had against Brandon Royval. But
if we're comparing performances, his performance against Royval was better than Joshua Van's performance.
And I'd say this is one of the more fun divisions in the UFC right now. There's a lot of change going on right now, and a lot of these prospects are intriguing.
Bantamweight, current champ Peter Yan, predicted champ Umar. We both agree on this one. He's about to hit his prime. He's getting better as we see.
What is he, 32, 33?
Yeah, he's in his early 30s. He just seems to be unstoppable except for by Merab. And I think if Peter Yan stays champ, then that's even easier for him. And they might be doing the Sean O'Malley route. Like if Sean beats Song Yadong, they're gonna give him a title shot.
That would be awful.
Yeah, he doesn't
I cannot
really
see O'Malley. He needs two more, in my opinion.
It'd be nice to settle the fight they had previously. That was a very controversial fight. They might be going that route. They do love Sean O'Malley. He does have Dana White privilege.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Umar. I mean, he's just so damn well-rounded. He's got that Dagestani plot arbor, sort of. I really considered Merab. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit. I still sometimes think we forget that Merab is still only 34, 35. He's still in his prime, but you really saw close that last fight he had with Umar. Yeah, I can see Umar, fighting one more time and then getting a title shot, near the end of the year and winning. And that's why I think Umar could end the year as champ.
Hopefully we will become champ by the end of the year.
No, not we.
We will become, the Umars will rise up.
But if I were to pick anybody, I would like to see Bryce Mitchell as champ. I feel like he'd be an entertaining champ.
He has a chance because he beat Nurmagomedov.
I'm saying, Umar has no chance.
We will become champ.
And then we will lose our belt to Bryce Mitchell. And then
imagine get submitted.
Arkansas for 3 years.
Featherweight, current champ Alexander Volkanovski. I think it's going to be Movsar Evloev. And you think it's going to be Gene Silva?
I think this is the hardest one to pick. At least it was for me.
I thought it would either be Evloev or Murphy because they might be having a title.
It's kind of hard to see Evloev winning. He's just so inactive, and when he doesn't, he pulls out. He just doesn't fight.
How has Diego Lopez had 2 title fights before Movsar has had 1?
That's true.
And he beat Diego Lopez.
That was Lopez's debut. I'd like to see them rematch at some point. What makes you go with Movsar?
I just think, again, Dagestani privilege.
Yeah, he's got that 0 next to him. No, he's an elite. He's got elite control game.
He beat Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, a good fight. I like his striking. He's got great cardio. He's very tough to beat. I just went with Gene Silva. I just threw a dart. I think Lerone Murphy and Movsar do have a better shot, but I don't know. His fighting styles has always been one of my favorite, and I truly think he has the talent to do it. But the path is really hard. He has to fight at minimum 3 times times to like be champ. That loss to Diego set him back a little bit.
That knockout loss in like, what was it, the first round?
Good. That was a good ass fight though. I'd say Gene looked pretty good.
I was really hoping for him to win because that would launch him up.
You think he would have got a title shot if he won?
Yeah, because Diego Lopez, that was his last fight.
Oh, right.
Against Gene Silva, and if he had a loss, they wouldn't have given him a title shot. Maybe they could have given it to Yair like they were gonna do before.
Man, when that news broke out, I was like shook.
I don't know why they'd give it to Yair. He had like one win, right?
Yeah, he beat a 38-year-old pit bull in his like return to the UFC.
I really want to see the fight against Diego Lopez and Yair. Goulon.
Oh, dude, that rivalry, the press conference would be fire. Yeah, I feel like there are no lame matchups you can make at the top of featherweight. I feel like all these matchups are so fresh, other than like, you know, Diego and Volk. Also, we're not considering, you know, Sean O'Malley could move up. He loses to Yadong. If he loses to Yadong, I think he moves up. And when he moves up, I feel like his power is going to be a lot, you know, more real. I felt like that could have been a fun pick.
If he moves up, who's he going to face? Like Murphy, maybe a Diego
I
Lopez?
think they throw a Murphy. They probably throw him like, you think they could do like an Aljo rematch?
That'd be nice. Featherweight.
Yeah, that could happen. Maybe Steve Garcia, if he gets another win, that could be fun. You know, he's on a huge run, 2 big knockout guys, but there's a lot you can do with this division.
Lightweight, current champ, Ilia Topturo, predicted champ. I think it's going to be Arman.
I'm going to knock him out.
And
Arman?
You said it was going to be Ilia?
But let me go first. Like,
right.
I just think Ilia is going to be very inactive this year. I think he's done a lot for the UFC where I don't think they'll strip him. I do think he'll fight once this year. I just don't think this is the year when he moves up. I think he fights once. I mean, he's a mega celebrity. He doesn't need to fight a lot. That's what I think will happen in lightweight. It's pretty easy for me to pick.
That's true. I could see that happening. But I also think that something's going to happen where he, like, vacates the belt and Arman's going to come in and fight whoever like the champ was or whoever the interim was or whatever. And Arman, of course, he's been undefeated since the Gamrot fight. He's gonna cook whoever is champ or whoever's interim or whatever. Either Patty or Gaethje. That's what I think. It seems like Ilya's kind of ducking Arman as well.
I really can't see anybody else taking the belt unless it's stripped or unless Ilya vacates it. It's either if you think those are gonna happen or unless you're just really high on Arman. I mean, he looked great in his last fight. I just don't think he beats Ilya.
I don't see a Ilya versus Arman fight. Ilya's probably, he said he's gonna fight in the latter half of the year. He's probably gonna fight whoever wins, either Patty or Gaethje. It's probably gonna be Patty.
How many times do you think Arman will fight?
He's not really super active. I don't know if he's gonna be waiting for like a title shot. They might give him one if Ilya's inactive or if he vacates or something. Someone might have to defend their interim belt maybe like twice this year.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's enough to get him the belt.
But yeah, we'll see. Welterweight, current champ, the brother, Islam Makhachev, predicted champ. I think it's gonna be Islam.
Remember the name. Y'all might have forgotten about it, but he is going on a retirement run. He's going 3-0 in 2026. Let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to feed Orbalai against him. Bilal's going to beat him by decision. He's going to fraud check him, and he's going to make a quick turnaround, you know? And I think they're going to give him Michael Page, you know, because Michael Page is up and coming. I think he's going to school Michael Page, show him levels, and by this time, Islam might have won a couple fights. No, probably not. Islam's probably fought once at this point. I'd say he wins. They give Bilal the final title shot in December at MSG against Islam. He submits him. He gets the welterweight title back and announces his retirement. Goes down as the welterweight GOAT.
That's solid. I can't really disagree with that. I'd probably say Islam vacates just for Bilal to become champ.
Yeah, that would be class. He'd be my favorite fighter if he did that.
He puts down his belt and he's like, I retire. And then Bilal has a title shot and he like wraps the belt around him, just like how Khabib did for Islam.
I'm interested to see how you see Islam's 2026 playing out.
They said he's not gonna fight in January, probably not gonna fight February. It might be something he might fight in the White House card, but that's also unlikely because I think I saw something that said Khabib didn't want it to happen because of, you know.
You think a lot of Muslims? You think it'll be like a more diverse? Or you think they're just gonna get like a lot of American fighters? Because usually it's like the Dubai cards that had the most money and get all the best fighters. But I don't know. They're saying there's gonna be like how many title shots they said there's gonna be?
I just saw something that said John Anik said it would be 6 to 7, which is insane.
I saw that.
They're just trying to
I feel like
hype it
that's
up.
impossible scheduling.
They're just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
hype it
right.
up. There's no way they're putting
Oh,
six
maybe
or
it's gonna be
seven
that big.
belts. It might be like 6 or 7 interim belts or 6 or 7 BMFs in different divisions. Like,
I think they should do a BMF for each division.
and then they have like a unification bout, like or like some type of tournament. That actually be dope. Like a
Oh, that'd be
tournament.
tough.
Middleweight current champ Hamzat Chimaev. Predicted champ, I think it's gonna be Hamzat. You said it's gonna be Anthony Hernandez. Do you think Hamzat's gonna vacate or like move up?
I could really see Hamzat, moving up. Because, like, this division, he's, like, so much better, you know? I just really feel like he's going to get bored because all these matchups, like, the odds are just, it's going to be, like, minus, like, 600 at minimum. If he cares about his legacy, I'm just throwing a shot. I think he's moving up. And the most impressive I've seen, I thought between Hernandez and Duplessis, you know, both, you know, great fighters. But the way I saw Hernandez in his last fight completely ragdoll. Was it Delize? I just think this dude's the real deal. You know, he's super dominant. Yeah, I like this pick a lot.
I don't know. I think Hamzat's only gonna have like 1 or 2 defenses this year, and he's just gonna like stay.
Yeah,
He's
and
probably
maybe
not
he'll
gonna
be
fight
more
during
active.
Ramadan. He'll have like 1 defense probably against Imavov. If they give him Anthony Hernandez, I don't think Hernandez can beat Hamzat.
No.
Is Hernandez fighting Strickland next?
And I think he easily wins that. That's like one of the first Fight Night main events we have, right?
Yeah, it's February 21st.
I have a question. I really have not seen that many people talk about DVP after that loss. Like, I don't know what's like kind of circling around him. I haven't really seen that many rumors or that many updates about him.
It would have been nice to see RDR versus DDP.
I thought that would have been a little too much of a step up.
He did beat Robert Whitaker, and then he would have beat Brendan Allen. But yeah, it's kind of like he just disappeared after the
Maybe
loss
they'll
to
do
Hamzat.
DDP like Borallo. Also have another thing to bring up. Do you think Atiba Gautier can make a run this year?
I could definitely see
I'm
him
really
being
interested
ranked.
to see once he gets to move up because, I mean, this is literally like middleweight Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, he's getting hella knockouts. I could definitely see him being in the top 15 by the end of the year. Maybe like top 10.
I can see him top 15 by his next fight.
Light heavyweight, current champ, Shama. Alex Pereira. Shama. I think it's going to be Yuri. And you said it will be Hamzat Chimaev.
Yes, sir.
I had a dream about Yuri last night, and I think that was a sign.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, legitimately.
Yeah, what was your dream? What was he doing in your dream?
He picked me up and he flew me away. I swear to God.
Wow. You had one of those, like a guy comes through the window and rescues you type
Exactly, bro.
Nah, I wonder what that means.
It means he's going to be champ.
Yes, sir.
It's a sign.
Nah, but I like that pick.
I think Pereira's going to move up. And then Yuri's just, like, he's undefeated except for by the Shama King himself, Alex Pereira.
Yeah, but do you think he's better than Ink?
That's a tough one.
Because if you do MMA math, Alex knocked out Yuri twice.
Styles make matchups.
I know it does, but MMA math.
I do think that they're not going to give Ankalaev a Yuri Prohaska fight. They're probably going to punish him. They're going to give him, like, an up-and-comer.
Oldberg.
Maybe Oldberg.
You know who I almost went with? Azamat Murzakanov.
Yeah, I was thinking
he's one of my
that
favorite
too.
fighters in this division. He's undefeated, no? He's like 14. He's like 16-0 on like huge knockout streak. Yeah, he's an exciting one to watch.
Yeah, coming off of a Rakic first round KO. I think they're gonna give him like maybe an Ankalaev or someone like they're gonna give him a top.
Ankalaev would be fun.
Ankalaev versus Murzakanov, and then
maybe Roundtree.
Yeah, Roundtree. It could give him a Hill too.
Oh, Bogdan Yuskov would be cool.
All great matchups. But yeah, I think once Alex vacates and moves up to heavyweight, I think it becomes Yuri's division. I think he's going to be champ again. We will see the Yuri era again.
Yeah, so I think Hamzat's moving up, man. I really don't think anybody beats him in this division just because how dominant his grappling is. I mean, he's a huge guy. Like, I feel like he could easily, like, slide in the light heavyweight division and, you know, still be as strong. Yeah, I could really see, like, an end-of-year card where, you know, Hamzat goes for a double champ. Maybe, like you said, against Yuri, maybe against Alex, and maybe against, you know, whoever, like a vacant one. You know, if Alex moves up, like, he probably will, but how could you pick against Hamzat any of those fights?
Probably pick Hamzat against Alex Pereira. We do need to see him be more active this year. We need to see some defenses. They're not going to let him move up without a couple defenses unless he vacates completely. And he's going to need to be super active this year. Maybe like 3 fights this year. We need that Hamzat era.
I think he will fight more. I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe. You know, he seems healthier. You know, he just got the belt. Maybe that'll give him more passion. He didn't take any damage this last fight either. Like I don't see any way why he wouldn't come back early.
It would have been
But
nice to see him fight in the beginning of the year.
I think he's gonna
December.
fight Imavov, and then I think he's gonna realize how easy this division is. And it's like, might as well become a double champ as soon as I can, so I can retire with this legacy. Because how much longer you'd want to be fighting?
Heavyweight, Tom Aspinall. I think the predicted champ, Shama, Alex Pereira. You think it's gonna be Tom Aspinall? This one's tough because we don't know if Tom is even gonna be fighting again. We don't know if he's gonna be sidelined for a couple years, vacate, or if he's even gonna fight at all. Like if he's completely injured and the UFC can't make him fight.
No, yeah. I've been seeing things where Aspinall's blind. I don't know if this is fake Twitter stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know. I know he's having surgery, but
yeah, and it all depends on that surgery in January, whether he fights or not.
Yeah, I looked it up. He has bilateral traumatic Brown syndrome.
They need to punish Cyril Gane for that, man.
Well, I don't want him to get the rematch. I really don't think he deserves it after probably the most vicious eye poke in UFC history.
They need to give him Alex Pereira for the interim.
That would be such a money fight. First 3-division champ in history.
He'll be risen up to GOAT status after that. We'll see it.
Do you think he is the GOAT after that?
Yeah, because it's never happened before.
It's too hard.
You got to be at least top 5 at least.
And how quickly he did it.
I think
you got
2022.
I wouldn't call him the best fighter of all time if it happens, but he definitely has the best, resume, and he's definitely the GOAT.
Yeah, at least top 5 if he had 3 belts. And it's not like he fought cans either.
Especially in middleweight, he really beat some big names there. But yeah, I feel like Aspinall would easily be his best win. It would cement his resume. I'm going with Aspinall just because it's easy to pick for somebody to not be a 3-belt champ because just how it's never happened before. I'm just going based off what I've seen from Aspinall. He owns this division. He's a freak. I don't think Alex has much of a chance against him if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he'd have to get a first round KO or something
and I don't think you could. I think it's gonna be hard to knock out Aspinall before he knocks out you.
Yeah, he does have a chin. Pavlovich was able to kind of knock him.
Pavlovich landed a really big shot, in the beginning of that fight.
Yeah, he stunned him a little
maybe that's the way to beat him.
No doubt that Alex Pereira has the power to do it. He just has to do it quick enough. We've seen him in top position against Magomed after he knocked him down. We're just going to need him to do the same thing to Tom Aspinall. We do know that Tom Aspinall has the years of jiu-jitsu under his belt. His dad was the first black belt in the UK.
He's got some of the best grappling in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, and that was his base. That was where he started, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And then he got into boxing with the Furies. He mixed it all up, mixed martial arts. And now he's the phenom we see today. But unfortunately, he's just severely unlucky. Yeah,
I really like it. He's one of my favorite personalities. He responded to my TikTok comment a year ago, and overall, I don't know, he just seems like a nice, genuine dude, I'm a big fan of Aspinall and Pereira too. Whoever loses this fight, it'll be pretty sad. I don't know. It's a win-win. I prefer Alex would win, but if Aspinall wins, it's not the end of the world. Like how when Ank won.
Alex for the hype, because it'd be great to see someone with 3 belts.
Because I don't think Alex has anything to prove after he beat Ank.
But it'd be nice for him to move up. That'd be one of the biggest fights in heavyweight.
Do this for the White House. I think they do this for the White House.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they'd.
Or you don't think Aspinall will be back?
I don't know if he'd be back, but I also don't know if they'd main event a fight without any Americans.
I think that could this could definitely main event the White House.
But also, I did see something that said that Alex wouldn't be fighting in the White House. He announced it on Instagram, yeah. So it's guaranteed.
Unfortunate. They could have had a banger.
Somehow all the best champs aren't fighting in the White House, but it will headline with 6 championship bouts. I don't know how.
Somehow.
They're going to make it happen.
They're going to strip everybody.
But yeah, these are who we think the champs are going to be by the end of the year. And it's going to be, it's guaranteed.
100%. Put your money on it.
Come back to this video.
This is betting advice.
Build the house on it. And come back at the end of the year. We'll see you on December 31st,
and 2026.
And we will review them. And we'll see which ones we got right. And it will be all of them.